Hi everybody, my name is Jan Dufour. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm happy that you're here with me on Silly Sunday. Today we're going to make a box to hold all of the Origami Business Card holders and random acts of kindness cards that you made if you followed my blog last week. If not, you need to go back and look at that video, make some of those cards, and then you can put them in the box that we're making today. So to make the box, we need cardstock that is 10 3/4 by 6 1/2. And don't worry about writing down the instructions. All of the information will be on my blog along with the video. So again, 10 3/4 by 6 1/2. And that makes it easy to make out of one sheet of cardstock. Now we have to score it. So we're going to put our Simply Score to work. And along the 6 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/4 and 5 1/4. And that never happens to you. You didn't see what I did, and that's a good thing. And then we're going to rotate it on the 10 3/4 inch side. We're going to score at 1 1/4 and 4 3/4 and at 6 and at 9 1/2. And then we can put our Simply Scored tool away. That's something you always need when you're working with folding and burnishing is your bone folder. So we're going to go ahead and fold and burnish on all of the sides that we scored. It really makes a difference when you're making boxes and or envelopes and that kind of thing. It's really important. It doesn't show up as much when you're making a card, but when you're making boxes and anything origami, you have to use a bone folder and burnish. Okay, once we have all of those things burnished, we can go ahead and take a look at my template that I made, and you will see that these are angles that we cut out generally after the first cut. These are the fold lines which we scored, and then we're going to put pieces of tear and tape in all of these locations. Again, this will be on my website at the end of this video. So we need to get a pair of scissors and go ahead and clip up, and then following our template, we're gonna just angle cut this out a little bit. It helps when we're making the box if the flap is not too big. It folds in a little bit easier. So we're gonna just go ahead. The easiest way to do that is just cut along your score line first, and then go ahead and make that small piece into a little bit of edged out space. I'll take that, and we'll flip it around and do the same thing on this side. Go ahead and cut. I see a little piece that neglected to fall. I'll help it along. And here, again, we're making a tab, so we're going to put that out. I don't know if you buy a lot of Stampin' Up! Products, but if you do and haven't looked at our catalog lately, it's celebration time. As a matter of fact, it's going to end March 31st. So if you are watching this video in a timely manner, you have a week. All right, we'll get rid of all of those scraps and throw them on the floor. Who does that? Some painter. I can't remember. Oh, maybe it's Martha. Anyway, we're going to use our tear and tape now, and we're going to go ahead and put it on the outside of the box, all of the places that is located on our template, which essentially is the top and bottom of each flap. And this will make it nice and strong, a little more durable if you put it in your purse or throw it around the back of your car. Not that I would ever do anything like that, but has different moving vehicles, sometimes for kids, my grandkids, or sometimes for getting rid of junk. There's always stuff that I have on the floor. And we've got a couple more places for this to go. And as you can see, I'm not being real careful with the edges. It doesn't really matter. And probably one set on each flap would be enough. So if you're into economizing your supplies, one strip per flap will probably be enough. This is kind of overkill. And the reason I did that is just so you can watch me struggle while I try to take off the tape. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a little irreverent. Slap happy or silly, something along those lines, hence my name. One of the easier ways to take off tear and tape is to use your pokey stylus or your piercing tool. That forces it to come off, and I love it. Of course, it has to, if you haven't put it down on the other side, well, it'll try to lift up both sides, but then you can just push it down a little bit and then flip it off, and it will come off easy. So I'm not struggling too hard. Watch, I'll get a good one here where I won't be able to get it to come off. Nope, doing okay so far. I only got 2 more to mess me up. Looks like I'm going to make it through this one. Okay. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is, and you don't have to do them all at once, I just like to. You're going to go ahead and put it to this corner. And then you'll notice I'm folding it in further than it needs to and keeping my finger in between the two of them. Then I can place it where I want it and then fold it so it sticks. And this is going to be one with a flip top lid. So I should have put my garbage away before I did all of this. So I got garbage flipping over here. Again, I keep my finger in between until I get it to where I want to go. And then this one holds on to the tip of your piercing tool. This one comes around. Yes, I saw that, people. Don't worry about it. Stuff like that is not a big deal. All of that stuff can be fixed. Again, my thumb is in between the two until I'm where I want to be. And then I do the same on this side. And voila, we have a lovely little box to keep our lovely things in. You can make any size box. Pretty much, I'm going to clean up my garbage and we're going to decorate our box. And the other thing I forgot to mention is you can always take your 1/2-inch punch and kind of center it. I don't even really bother with centering, but that looks good. And that just gives you an easier place to stick your thumb when you're trying to open it up. All right. So now let's go ahead and decorate. And to decorate, you need your liquid glue, and you need some DSP or designer series paper. The first piece that you're going to need just one of is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and this paper is directional, so you want to have the first number, the 3 1/4, following the direction that you want to have on here. And then once you cut that, you can then turn it and cut your edges. So we want to put this here. So we will just go ahead and put a little bit of glue. And as you can see, we have time to move it around in case there's any horrible positioning that I might have done, which is definitely possible. The next 2 pieces we have, again, are directional. It's the front and the back. So again, the direction is 1, and then you cut by 3 3/4. And of course, since you're doing the front and the back, ooh, there's a little one there. I think I'm going to choose this one for the front. You kind of look at the design, want the nicest one up front, and then you can always put the, not that there are any that are not pretty, but you can put the least pretty in the back. And yes, I know, I see that I have covered my hole. So what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm going to show you. We're going to get this punch back. I'm going to put it in, and we're going to make sure we're in about the same place. And we're going to cut that off. See how easy that was? Never fear. Mistakes just bring on brilliance. All right, so now we're going to get the long one in the back. Put some DSP on that. And we want to make sure we put it right side up, since we paid attention to what the directional pattern was. Then we're going to do the sides. And the sides are both beautiful, so it doesn't really matter which one goes where. And again, we have time to put it in the right place. One more. And because this is a box that I'm carrying around myself, I don't put a sentiment on the front of it. Actually, I want a little bit more glue on that. I'm at an angle and I can't really see the glue. I don't really want a sentiment on it. I don't want anything hanging off it. I don't want any bows on it. Although if I was giving this as a gift, of course that would be a lovely thing. So there you have it. There's your box. And again, if you had visited my website last week, we made these cute business card holders. You can put a business card on the inside if you choose. And then you can have a lovely little gift card. The world needs more people like you. Put this in here. I give these to my servers when I go to restaurants. Put the tip in the back. Give them a little bit of sunshine. And this box will probably hold, I would say, probably 10 of them. And I leave this in my car. And then when I'm ready to go into a restaurant, I usually leave a few in my purse, so that if I see somebody either having a really bad day or somebody who's been very helpful to me in a store or whatever, I can give them a little bit of sunshine. Thanks for staying with me for this video. I hope you come back again. Visit my website at stampmesilly.com. I have a blog. I post once a week, sometimes twice, but mostly once. And if you want to order, there's a link there to bring you over to the Stampin' Up website. Thanks again. Bye.